Aloha my yo-yos. First, happy Mother's Day. Second, my Mother's Day was interesting. I have a friend named Cassandra. She's mostly mute. I call her Cassie, but you probably know her better as Batgirl. Not Barbara. She has red hair and is a completely different Batgirl. On Mother's Day, I was with Cassie, and we found ourselves in a dojo. Eventually, her mother, Shiva, shows up. Now, I know Shiva as an eloquent, calm woman, the definition of poise. Now, Cassie... Okay, so, you know how those parkour videos got guys jumping from like rooftop to rooftop and whatnot? Well, you're watching the highlight reel. You know, what they do takes a lot of planning. Not with Cassie. She is the highlight reel. I've seen her Kong vault into a no-hand cartwheel, into a double Kong vault, into a backflip. You know, that girl is flow. And on Mother's Day, I got to see all that, but the violent version of it, the martial arts side of it. You know, the crazy thing is it's still beautiful. So yeah, Shiva brought a present with her, and mother and daughter exchanged gifts. Shiva bowed without a word, and Cassie did that warrior's bow, where there's like a fist and then an open hand over the fist, again without a word. It's weird because I've never seen that before. Well, like outside of kung fu movies. Cassie and her mother were incredible. You know, they were going full power and full speed, which struck me as weird for the two of them to be doing on Mother's Day, but, you know, clearly it worked for them. Cassie struck first. The sound was deafening. You have to understand, prior to this, it was close to mute. You know, the two of them fight without making a sound. Like, all I heard was the sound of clothes ruffling and, like, the sound of their breathing. They were moving so fast that I'm not sure, but I think it was a punch that landed on Shiva's shoulder, I want to say. It sounded like a terrible, terrible strike. The crazy thing is, Shiva didn't flinch. You know, both of them were full speed ahead. You know, I've seen wild, frantic flailing before, where it's like two noobs doing their best. Yeah, this wasn't that. Every time one of them did a move, it was picture perfect. It was like a fight encyclopedia on display, move after move. It was a masterclass, just straight up ridiculous. Eventually, Shiva left, and it was just me and Cassie. We were laying on the floor of the dojo. She was pooped, and I was chilling. I turn to her and I say, "So Cassie, why was I here for this?" Cassie points at the door where her mother exited. I'm like, "Your mother?" And then Cassie does the walking hand gesture where the pointer finger and middle finger are moving. "Your mother left." "Right, no big deal." Cassie shakes her head. I had to think for a second. Cassie does the walking hand gesture, but further and further from me. And then it hits me. "Your mother left, and you have no idea when she's returning." At that point, she sat up. "You wanted me here so that I could observe everything and then tell you about it in the future." She stood up, and she had her back to me at this point, but I could still see her head nodding. Oh man, heavy. When I saw her sigh again, I thought, man, I need to make this girl laugh, like now, like right now. I stood up, you know, I hit her in the arm, and I'm like, "Hey Cassie, you think I could learn some moves? I bet I'd be really good at it." And she had this look on her face like I'll speak another language. I then did let's call it a front kick. Yeah, it was bad. It was an embarrassingly bad kick. Cassie just starts laughing and laughing. And then she just started getting like lower and lower. Eventually she was sitting and yet still laughing. And I'm like, hey, it's not that funny. And she's still laughing. Hey. I could do the same moves that you do. And she's on her back rolling in laughter and slapping her knee. Hey, man, you know what? The next time this girl feels bad, man, I don't care. Yep, I don't care. I will not care. But yeah, you know, it was good to see my friend laughing again. So anyway, it was fun sharing the story of how Cassie and Shiva celebrated Mother's Day. How about all of you? Do you have any special things that you do with your mother? You know, sound off in the comments, please. Well, I am Aloha Alvin, As always, thank you for joining me. Also, as always, for every 100 views that this video gets, I will donate to help animals. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, if there's a superhero or supervillain that you want me to cover, let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you a cool story. Aloha.